Warning: this subject matter has been scientifically proven to trigger those with forward-facing sonar derangement syndrome, or FFSDS for short.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're getting to the point of the channel that I'm going to be starting to do some reviews. One big hit that was on the channel was my installation of a video of the LiveFoot. I've been running it now for close to 3 years. I just wanted to give an update / review about how this thing has been going since I put it on. When selecting a turret, if you're going to go that route as an independent means of running your transducer aside from having it on the shaft, you want to think durability. As you can see, I've got some dock scuffs and whatnot, and hit some stumps along the way. It's inevitable. If you're new to the channel, when Livescope first came out, I had never put it on the trolling motor. I always had an independent pole. So when I went to exclusively bass fishing, I wanted to make that transition as easy as possible. And I went with the LiveFoot Turret. At that time, there was probably about 3 or 4 different manufacturers. And just based on how those things were made, if this thing were going to stand the test of time, that it was going to do to the way that they manufactured this. And it has not let me down. I tell you, the only issue that I've had, it was about a 1.5 year mark, was the shaft had started to have some give. So it was creating a lag when your direction would go. It was like it took time to catch up, and it was already out of warranty at that time. And so I was like, oh man, what are we gonna do here? And I called up customer service, talked to them, and they said, hey, out of warranty, no problem. What we're gonna do is for $75, we could give you a UPS label, take the head off, this portion off, and disconnected it here, sent it in for $75. It took about 10 days, and they replaced all the gearing in here to where now it's solid. So it's always lined up again with the head. Now I don't know if you can see that, but my serial number is there. It's a low because I got it when they first came out with this model. But anyone in the last year and a half, 2 years, maybe even now, if you bought one, they already had the new gears. So they knew that there was something going on, and they had upgraded that. So dealing with customer service was really easy. It only took about 10 days. They sent me a new one. And again, to be out of warranty, I mean, when I first called and talked to them, I was like, hey man, I know it's out of warranty. I probably wore this thing out because I had really used it so much. I mean, just going back and forth, and nothing lasts forever. For them to stand behind the product even after the warranty and only cost me $75 out of pocket was really fantastic. Now, when it comes to, should you have it on a turret versus on the trolling motor, that really gets back to individual preference. Me, I've never had it on the trolling motor, so I can't really speak to how that's working. My biggest deal is I like to sit on spots, and that ability to hit my spot lock and continue to stay on target independently was the biggest thing that I was looking forward to. Where this thing really excels is on a windy day. I can tell you that you hit that spot lock, and that son of a gun that head of that trolling motor will be doing this number, trying to keep you on. And I can't imagine trying to fight that and use my Livescope at the same time. So that's really paid off in those situations. It seems like more often than not here, particularly in Texas, you've got some kind of wind. So it's really helped with that. I have the poles, and I still don't mind it on the turret, to be honest with you. Another thing is, where this may fall short if you're wanting to do a turret versus on the trolling motor is if you're one of those kind of guys that like to Livescope and run fish down, and they happen to be going away from you, and you want to kind of stay behind them. It's going to be better on the trolling motor because you could stay on that direction as to where that fish is going. Me, I don't so much focus on that. Different strokes for different folks, whatever your method of fishing is. Almost 3 years, and we still got it. So it's doing well. I think the best thing to offer in a review is at a certain point you say, are you happy with it to the point where you would do it all over again? And what I can honestly say at this point, guys, with this is I would absolutely do it. You know, it's at a higher price point. You know, when you get all the bells and whistles, again, you're closer to the $1,400. But, you know, I'd rather spend that money than go through 3 that I've broken because I've hit stuff. Now, I'm not saying that this thing is indestructible, but I have hit some shit that you would be surprised, and I thought I had broke it, but yet I didn't. Okay, and on that note, let's say that if you did hit something that you're going to maybe break the shaft. Well, a lot of their stuff is you can order as individual components. So if I did break the shaft for whatever reason, hitting something, again, that's my fault. It's not their fault if I hit something. But if I did, I know that I can get those independent components again from them at a price that's relatively affordable to replace anything that has gotten broke. So that's another thing to think of when buying something like this. Now, another thing is I'm not sponsored by LiveFoot. You know, when I got this thing, it was completely because I felt like that was probably the best product on the market. So nobody's paying me to say these things. I'm just a consumer like you guys, and I feel like over the course of 3 years and 40 plus tournaments, it has really exceeded my expectations. So if any of you guys in the comments have an experience with the LiveFoot that you want to share, go ahead and drop some comments for anyone else thinking about doing it. I have seen these things come out of obscurity to where I did a larger tournament trail over this past year, and I can tell you I am seeing these things more and more and more and more. So the word is out, people have them, and my thoughts are they're probably enjoying them just as well. But if you have a different opinion, go ahead and drop those in the comments. Anybody that's tuning into this will be happy to see those. And if you stumble upon this video and are looking to do an install for yourself, I've made one of those, so go ahead and check that out. That's kind of where we're at with this. We're still going strong with it. I would definitely recommend it, and particularly if you're looking for a turret. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope this review has helped you, and as always, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.